What's up, Cowboys Nation? The question that won't die and is splitting analysts and fans down the middle is simple. What the heck happened this offseason? This team got rid of one of its biggest defensive stars, bet on pieces no one expected, and did it all under the watchful, sometimes confusing eye of Jerry Jones. It's easy to look at this strategy and call it management chaos. But what if I told you this radical overhaul was the necessary price for the Cowboys to actually contend for a title? We are talking about one of the riskiest off-seasons in the franchise's recent history. Today, we break down if the risk was worth the reward. To start, let's look at the move that absolutely shocked the NFL. Micah Parsons was traded to the Packers. But what did the Cowboys actually gain? This wasn't a simple roster cut, it was a re-engineering. Instead of relying on one superstar to carry the defense, Jones brought in depth and power. The Cowboys acquired DT Kenny Clark and LB Kenneth Murray Jr. for the defensive side. On offense, the biggest move was bringing in the explosive wide receiver George Pickens. The trade wasn't just for talent, it was for a philosophy. We swapped one superstar demanding an astronomical contract for multiple pieces that can impact different team areas, keeping the cap space flexible for the future, except of course for the situation with Dak Prescott. What Dak Prescott is doing on offense with his 3,637 yards isn't just about volume, it's about having pieces that turn that volume into points. The acquisition of George Pickens changes the offense. He not only adds a deep threat, but takes pressure off CeeDee Lamb. And on defense, the impact is up the middle. The presence of Kenny Clark and the later acquisition of Quinnen Williams at the trade deadline created a defensive line that, on paper, is far more solid against the running game than it was before. The offense gained explosion and the defense gained depth in the front seven. Now, let's address the argument half our audience is waiting for, the famous elephant in the room. Did the Cowboys lose their defensive identity? No one debates Micah Parsons' talent. He was the face of the defense. What if this defense, now deeper but without the star power, can't close out crucial games? The fans are right to criticize the risk. Jones dealt the one defensive star that could guarantee long-term dominance to bet on draft picks and replacement parts. This doesn't even touch the contract situation. What if the team fails to extend key players like CeeDee Lamb and Odighizuwa? Failed negotiations could absolutely implode the locker room. The case for the offseason moves is complex. Jerry Jones made an all-or-nothing bet. He sacrificed the cover star for a more balanced defense and a more explosive offense. The success of the 2025 season will not be measured just by the offense's performance, but by the ability of these new pieces to sustain a team that needs immediate wins. The final decision comes down to management. Were these moves a sign that Jerry Jones is ready to rebuild, or just a desperate effort to reinforce defensive weaknesses? Now, it's your turn. I want to hear your take. Was the Micah Parsons trade worth it for the Dallas Cowboys? Drop your comment below with your vote and your strongest argument. If you agree the Cowboys are stronger, hit that like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any hot analysis and ring that bell. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.